Good morning. Welcome to our today's lesson, which is on input devices, part 1. I'm Patricia. These are devices that enable the user to enter data and instructions into the computer for processing. So, in short, these are the things like keyboard, mouse, the ones that you normally use every day when you are operating computer machine. Classification of input devices. They are classified according to how they are used to enter data. We have the keying devices that are used to press keys to enter data, things like keyboard or keypad if you are using a laptop. Input device, pointing devices such as mouse, scanning devices such as barcode scanners, speech recognition such as microphone. We also call them voice input devices. Then we have touch screen. Then keying devices. There are two: keypad and keyboard. So we can specialize on keyboard. It enables the user to enter data and instructions into the computer by pressing its keys. We have two types of keyboard. We have a standard keyboard that has 99 keys. We have an enhanced keyboard that has between 102 and 105 keys. Sections of keyboard. We have the functional keys that are located at the top. They are labeled F1 to F12. Alphanumeric keys, you can see where they are. Numeric keypad keys, they are there. Then we have the arrow keys, you can see where they are. Then special keys. So let us look at each of these keys. Functional keys. They are located at the top of the keyboard, marked F1 up to F12. They are used to issue commands into the computer. Each of the keys has a special function that it performs according to the program that is open or application that is in use. For example, when you're using MS Word and you want to, maybe you need some help, you can use the F1 to get help. So F1 in MS Word, you can press it to get some help. Also, when you are using the OBS studio for recording a video, you can end the recording by pressing F10. So those are just examples of these functionality of the functional keys. Alphanumeric keys. This contains alphabetic and numeric keys. Mostly they are used for typing, yeah. And they are labeled like the alphabetic. We have A to Z. Maybe you can look at these. You can see them. A to Z. And in a QWERTY keyboard, they are not labeled following each other. This one enables the user to type easily without any problem. Then we have the numeric keys also labeled 0 to 9. Those are alphanumeric keys. Then we have the numeric keypad keys. We also call it calculator keys. They are located at the rightmost part of the keyboard, and it has some digits marked on top of them. They also have mathematical symbols that are used for calculations, like multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, and decimal. So if you want to use these the keys, you have to make sure that the numlock key is on. You press it to make it on so that you can use the numeric keypad keys. The arrow keys. The arrow keys, these ones, you can see they have some arrows marked on top of the keys, and the work of these arrow keys, they move the cursor one character to a special direction. If you want to move the cursor to the right, then you press the right arrow key. If you want to move the cursor to the left, you press the left arrow key. If you want to move the cursor upwards, we have the up arrow key, and vice versa, we have down arrow key. Special keys. These ones perform special functions. We have a page up, which takes the cursor to the beginning of the page. Page down takes the cursor to the end of the page. So you can practice that in MS Word. You can try that. Home key, it takes the cursor to the beginning of the line that the cursor is. The end key, it takes the cursor to the end of the line or sentence, but in computer we call it a line. Backspace key, this one leaves space when you are typing. It leaves space between character or between words. Then we have a delete key, which is used to erase characters to the right of the cursor. Insert, this allows the user to insert text in between a sentence. Caps lock, it is used to switch between capital letters and small letters, what you normally call uppercase and lowercase. Then we have shift key. This is used with combination of other keys. For example, if you need a sentence or a line to begin with a capital, you can shift together with that letter to get a capital letter. Then we have enter key. If you also call it return key, it is used when you want to begin a new line or when you want to go to the next line. Escape key. This is used when you want to quit from doing some task. Control key. It controls various functions in combination with other keys. Like, for example, if you want to end a task, you can shift, control, and delete. That is a combination of 3 keys to end a task which is being processed. Or if your machine is not responding, you can combine control, shift, and delete to end the task that is in the processor, so that now your machine can resume. Now we are through with keyboard or keying devices. We go to pointing devices. This one enables the user to issue instructions to the computer by controlling the pointer. Now, whatever you are seeing on the screen moving is what we call a pointer. So you normally use it to issue instructions by selecting something using the pointer. Then the computer can now respond to your instructions. Examples of these ones, we have a mouse, trackball, joystick, light pen, stylus pen, and touch screen. Like we have the computers or the laptops that have touch screen, they are included in this. So we can specialize on a few of them. We're beginning with mouse. A mouse has 4 parts. We have the casing. These assist in holding the mouse in the hand, the one that you normally hold, or the cover one, the cover page, we normally call it a case. A roller ball, used to slide or move the mouse on a flat surface. It enables the cursor to move on the screen as required. Then we have the sensor buttons. We have 2, left and right, which are used for making selections. Then a cable. This cable connects the mouse to the system unit on the port that is maybe it's a USB. If it is USB port, you connect the USB. We also have the serial ones. You connect the serial port. So after that, we have the diagram that is showing all those parts. We have that cable there, left and right buttons. We have the roller, which is just below. It's just below. Then we have the case, which is on the top. It is where we normally place our hand when we are operating using the mouse. Now, we have some terminologies associated with the use of the mouse, like point. What is to point? This means moving the mouse until the tip of the pointer on the screen is over the item you want to select. What is meaning? It means you have to make sure that the pointer is on top of maybe a button that you want to click. It is on the top of maybe a word that you want to select. That is pointing. Clicking. This is pressing and releasing the left mouse button once. Just once. Pressing and releasing once. Then we have double clicking. This is pressing the left button twice in a row without moving the mouse. That is double clicking. Then we have right clicking. This is pressing the right mouse button once. Maybe if you want to select something from a menu. Mostly when you click using the right button, you will see mostly some pop-up menu. Then from that menu, you can select the right item that you wanted to use. Then drag and drop. This is whereby the user moves an item from a location on the screen to another location on the screen. I hope you have understood that. Then this marks the end of our part 1 lesson on input devices. Welcome to our part 2 lesson, which is also on input devices. Thank you so much.